So good morning everybody. I thought I'd come on today and kind of do something that I haven't done before. I mean, I know you see a bunch of vlogs that I've done in regards to weight loss in particular, but I want to do a vlog of my day to kind of give you guys a glimpse of how I, the things that I eat. How do I go about my day on the keto diet while in this sheltered or pandemic type mode that we're in. Um, just to give you an example, like today, like it's not really the beginning of the day, but it is early morning. So far I've had a cup of coffee. So, and because I'm doing intermittent fasting, I'm not going to eat until probably 11, after 11. So, that'll be my first meal. In between, I'm going to drink some liquids. Right now, I have my Instacart. My Instacart is on the way. I have some groceries. Of course, because of the pandemic, a lot of my stuff didn't make it because it's out of stock, which I have to work around that because some items I really I need to get. I'm gonna have to go with another store, so we'll see. So basically, stay tuned and see how I handle the keto diet and intermittent fasting. So just let me give you a little background. I've lost 35 pounds since September. I've reached my goal weight in January, so I'm trying to be 10 pounds below it. Right now I'm if I can say that, let me slow down. Trying to be 5 pounds below my goal. I'm not 5 pounds, 10 pounds below my goal weight. So I have 5 more pounds to go. So I don't want this pandemic to reverse all the things I've done, all the positive things that I've done so far. So I want to at least give you guys a glimpse of if I'm doing these vlogs that'll help keep me on track, but also help you as well, help you see how I'm able to stay focused and stay on target, stay on plan. If you're doing keto for the first time, give you some ideas of some of the foods that I eat. So stay tuned. So here's my Instacart items. So okay, some of these items are non-keto, which these are just doing shopping for the family. Also, did not handle these with my bare hands. I have on gloves. I actually sprayed these items with Lysol. Being careful not to get it like inside the food. I just had to spray it on the bags, but still had my gloves on. So what I'm gonna do is let that set for a few minutes before I start taking the items out and putting them up. So thank you, Instacart, saving me time and saving me from being exposed to the virus. Okay, so this is the time of day that I do have a few moments to get out and get some steps in. I do have a break in between some calls, so I will be getting a few steps in, and I'll see you soon. Alright guys, so I'm back from my walk. Now, one of the things that I wanted to bring out in regards to the walk, like I said, it is something that's therapeutic for me. So I'll go out and I'll walk for about 30 to 40 minutes. Then I'll come back. Now my other thing that I want to do is in regards to moving more, like for example, I am working from home, and I do have several conference calls throughout the day. So I want to do that, while I'm on the calls, I can walk around, have on, some, headsets. I have my personal ones, and I do have some headsets for work as well that I could put on and listen in on a call, or, you know, in between calls I can, walk around, do some stuff, but after work, what my plans are to do is to have a gaming console that I could, have access to, where I'm not disturbing anybody else in the house with their gaming, just to do some of the physical activities for on some game. Like I have Zumba, I do have Dance Central, and there are some other Wii Sport type games too that have you active, So I want to do that. Now, the reason I want to do that because it will put me in a different mind frame than thinking I have to do this. This is something that I'm doing that will keep my mind off it being exercise, because I know how I know how I am. Once I figure out, or when I have to wake up, I'm like, oh, I gotta exercise, or I gotta do this, it becomes a chore. So the more I get to thinking that, hey, this is something fun to do, or even if I'm just putting on my headsets and listening to music or dancing to some stuff, that helps me. Or it helps me to be consistent at it. And with my Fitbit on, I can keep track of how much activities I'm doing. Now, I'm going to replace this Fitbit because, like I said, it's not calculating all my steps. So soon this will be replaced. But until then, this is the best way that I can do to kind of measure how I'm doing, track how I'm really doing. All right, so basically that's what I'm gonna do, guys. So check out the rest of my day. All right, guys, so this is my first meal of the day. I have a ham wrap. It's low carb, it's carb mission wrap. I have a half serving of tortilla chips, some fruit, and hummus. Also gonna drink some water. So, oops. Good thing that didn't drop on the floor, but that's my first meal of the day. And those chips are, they are organic, non-GMO chips. And there you have it. So, hello everyone. Change of scenery. I will call this an NSV later on, but we'll see. I'll give you an update. But I noticed that after I ate, and this was one of my other habits that I had to change, is when I finish eating, I tend to go back for more food when I'm not hungry. So I actually move my workspace upstairs to my room. So that's what I'm doing. So that I can keep my mind off of the foods. I just got groceries from Instacart. I got this food in there that I want to try, but I'm not hungry. So the best thing for me to do, which is now what I'm doing, just gonna move my space upstairs, come to my room, finish my work day out, and go from there. I'm not hungry because I just ate, so I do have my bottle of water with me, so I'm just gonna chug on that the rest of the day, finish my day out, and I'll figure out what I'm gonna eat for supper, and then probably have a snack. We'll see, or maybe have a snack in between the dinner. So guys, if you have that challenge, after you eat, you still want to go back to the refrigerator and eat. And you see, those habits don't go away. You have to continue on fighting. It's not as bad as it used to be because, I was able to get my items. I didn't go and get, okay, well, let me have this little snack. I'll take this little snack upstairs with me. No, I didn't do that. So I just got my stuff, came up here, plugged my laptop in, plug my devices in, and just say, okay, I'm good now. So and it's not because I want to eat from anxiety and stress. I just want to eat because it's there. I mean, I just got this stuff that they just delivered today. I'm like, those strawberries look good, blueberries look good. Now I got some other stuff too that I bought, but it's like, and the hummus was good too. So, so those are some of my challenges I had before in the past that I'm fighting, still fighting through it. But the temptation is not as strong as as before. So if you're having those issues, and I'm sure all of us do on a daily basis, even if you fight through them, fight through them. It's probably easier for me to do now since I did reduce the amount that I eat, and also the ketones is helping me as well to help fight those urges to eat more. And I reduced my sugar intake, which means that I don't have that problem of wanting to go back for sweets. Every now and then I have a sweet craving, and sometimes I do fulfill that craving, and sometimes I don't. So I just have to plan it out. But guys, hopefully you guys are working through those cravings. Just share with me, if you would, what some of the things that you do. How do you overcome it? And if you still fighting those, what are some of the things or techniques that you're thinking about doing, or do you need any advice on some of the things that you, that you can do? So I'll be talking to you soon. I'm back, guys. So it is 4:52, but I thought I'd go ahead and come on to kind of do a little wrap up. And what I do is come back to you guys tomorrow morning to let you know how the rest of the night went. So basically, pretty much done for today in regards to eating. Don't think that I'll be eating too much more because I'll be busy between now and later on. So basically, how did I do thus far in regards to my carbs? So I actually put my food in my fitness pal, and the net carbs that I ate total today is 44. So I had 44 net carbs today. So my goal is to stay between 25 and 50 net carbs. So I did pretty well in that. All right, so I did pretty well in that in regards to the net carbs. So what I'm going to do is try my best to just fast the rest of if I can get it out. It's my dog. My little dog's making noises, so excuse her. So what I'm going to do is just intermittent fast the rest of the night, or the rest of the day. 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to intermittent fast the rest of the day. So basically that's what my goals are. And today I did do, like I said, did do 44 net carbs. So that is, within my guidelines. I try to do that when I'm doing keto. So the next day I'm still, producing ketones. Now, one of the things I like to bring out is that sometimes I don't do the standard keto friendly foods. As long as my thing that I've been going with since I started is, as long as I'm fitting my carbs within those numbers or within the guidelines, I'm good. So, and I noticed that I still stay in ketosis even when I'm not doing, even when I'm not even doing keto, the keto diet per se. I've done like a balanced plate way of eating. I just stayed away from the white sugars. So I noticed I continue on to be in ketosis. So the intermittent fasting helped me with that because I didn't, I stuck to those hours, try to cut off eating either at 5 or 6, sometimes 7. So 7 really is my, is the line, the absolute cut off at 7. But if I stop at 5 and 6 or whatever, I'm good as well. So I give myself like a window of feeding. I know I said I do 16/8, but no, sometimes I finish before then. So, and also, I don't know if I brought this up earlier. I did get on a scale this morning, so my weight is still the same. So I'm going to continue to do what I do, but if it's still stay the same after I say a week or so, I'm going to probably adjust the carbs, and we'll see, because it's once I get to that 10 pound below my goal weight, then I'll be ready to increase it again. So if you're starting keto for the first time, I would highly suggest not making it too complicated. With the first my very first experience with keto, I just set my goal of having 20 to 25 carbs per day, and whatever those carbs were, I ate it. I didn't really I did not stress over what they were, what the food was. As long as I was eating 20 and 25 carbs a day, I was okay. So, and about, I'll say a month after I was on keto, I became keto adapted. You guys can look that up. Keto adaptation. Keto adapt for short. So look that up. Basically, you'll know when you're in keto by the way you're feeling. So, and I do have the little strips that I test myself with every day just to confirm I'm in keto. So I'm still doing that. So that is what I've done, and that's the short explanation, or the easy approach to it, because there are so many different mechanisms to keto, so many people doing it so many different ways, it could be confusing. And I almost got myself confused until I remembered something a friend told me years ago, because she did Atkins. So she's like, as long as I'm eating 20, 25 carbs, I'm not worried about it. And she lost tons of weight. So that's what I did. But as you know, when you are eating the keto friendly foods, you're able to have more of the foods. But you might want to wait until you really are intermittent fasting or in adapted before you start to try to kind of, venture off a little bit, start exploring what your body, as far as, what it can consume. Because some different types of food would affect them different ways. So I would say experiment with it. And if you can't do the keto, just do low carb or just eat whatever way you eat. But the intermittent fasting will definitely work for you still. And I wouldn't doubt whether you're intermittent fasting and you're not doing keto, but you're still producing ketones. I've noticed that, because I was weaning off of keto. Once I got to my goal weight, I was trying to get into a more of a balanced plate approach style of eating, but I couldn't get out of keto. I was eating bread, I was eating all sorts of stuff, but I wasn't eating the white sugar. So as long as I stayed, I found that when I stayed away from the white sugar, the really heavily sugar-ish types of food, my body was still in ketosis. So guys can explore with that. That's what I did. So tomorrow morning, I will let you guys know how I did in regards to the intermittent fasting, and whether or not I'm still producing ketones in the morning. It's now about 5 o'clock. I have 4,000 steps. My step goal is 7,500 steps. So I'll let you know whether I achieved that goal as well. So guys, have a great rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll be coming back to you soon. Thanks for watching.